Okay, so hi guys. I just quickly want to show you a little demonstration of how we can solve the problem I pointed out last week, right? So firstly, there were two major problems I highlighted. One was admin, and the second one was for customer support. So we're trying to address the customer support one today. So based on the feedback from this, I'll know whether to address the admin one next. So nice. I'm going to be using n8n. If you don't know what that is, it's just basically for automations, right? It's just an automation tool that you can use. You can actually set it up yourself. You can download. You can set it up on your local machine, or you can use the one online. I mean, there are many tutorials that you can just get to set it up. Nice. So I want to quickly show you that before I end this. So firstly, the whole flow is this. You have a let me just put that on here. You have a starting node which kind of does which kind of takes inputs, right? It takes input from the user, and then it goes to a node that processes the input and then gives a reply. So it's like 3 stages, right? So let's just start with the first one. So we're going to be just like the way ChatGPT works. You are a small business and people have been reaching out to you on making inquiries on how they should, on what services you provide and all of that, and it's kind of like repetitive, right? So today somebody's asking, by 12 a.m. somebody's messaging you, do you do this, do you do this, do you do that, and then 2 hours later you're answering the same question to another customer, right? So instead of doing all of that, you can just automate the replies and all, and it's not static, it's actually dynamic replies. So I just want to quickly show you that today. So the first one is this. You have to create a chat trigger, right? So how do you do that? You just go here, type chat, then select the chat trigger and close this, right? So now we have this chat trigger. If we run this, it gives us a place to put in our text and all of that, right? So we can say, what services do you provide? Nice. So we can't get any response because we've not connected it to our AI brain yet, right? So that's just the first node, that takes in the input from the user. Next, we need to add an AI agent node, right? That one kind of just takes in what we've done, like this input, and runs it through an LLM or whatever you want to use, right? And then it gives you a response. So how we do that is just by clicking AI agents on anything, and then with that one we can actually set a system message that shows how it will respond to our messages. So I have like a small prompt here which I will share also, that kind of addresses how the chatbot should reply. So this is it. Let me just copy this and paste it here. Okay, great. So it says you are the customer support assistant for your residential cleaning business. Answer questions about services, pricing, and scheduling using only the information below. You don't know the answer. If you don't know the answer, say so and let the customer know. A real person will follow up. Keep replies warm and brief. So services, regular residential cleaning, one of deep cleaning. So all of this information is just basically stuff about the business, right? Your own can obviously be different if it's a different business or whatever. So the idea is just to have like a database that the AI can work with. So now that we've put this, we can just go ahead and close this. So but before that, we need to connect it to a model. You can see it shows like an error stuff here, so we need to connect it to a model. So the model we'll be using is Grok. I already have this one set up, but you can set it up also yourself. You can just click whichever model you want to use. There's ChatGPT, Cloud, whatever. Right. The most important thing is that you connect it to a model now. So I'm going to be using Compound Mini. It's quite light for this task. So let me just work with that one, and then yeah. So that's it basically. So now if we run this, yeah, I'll just say, what services do you offer? So you see, it went through, it highlights all these places as green, and it showed some kind of ellipses that it was actually thinking, before. So before this response, so you can see here that it brings out all the services you offer and all of that. Right. So that's just basically it. Or you can interact with it as a human also. You just say, hi, how are you doing? Do you guys offer free premium services? So you can see that the response is also personalized also. It's not like it's just static. So these are just ways you can automate stuff, in your business, or help other people to do it. So in a real life scenario here, what would be coming in is maybe messages from Instagram or Facebook and all of that. And to do that one, that would be you have to use a webhook, right? So a webhook is just a way of sending information, you know, to maybe a server or something. So you can send Facebook will send you a webhook that, okay, you've received this information. Then based on the content from the webhook, it goes through your AI agent, and then you can also make a post request or whatever to respond to that user. So but this is just a very, very brief demonstration of how the flow will be. Obviously you can expand it to include memory, right? So if you want to keep track of chat sessions and past previous interactions, and add memory, maybe Redis, to that. But this is just basically the bare bones, right? So yeah. So I hope this has been helpful, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a nice one. Take care. Bye.